In this video, I'm going to show you two new releases which you may consider to be amongst the best value for money watches you have ever seen: a Tandorio and an Escapement Time. The Tandorio might be discounted in the upcoming AliExpress sale, but I can tell you the Escapement Time will not be discounted because they don't participate in the sales. But this watch costs $48 US. So yeah, pretty incredible really. Right, let's start with the Tandorio. Right, let's move that over there and get the Tandorio unboxed. I bought both of these watches recently. I saw that they had both become available and I thought, oh, you guys might be interested in these. I'm certainly interested in taking a look. Now, Tandorio watches, I keep featuring them on my channel despite me testing 3 of them in Herman, my water pressure tester, and 2 of them failing spectacularly. So one of the reasons I continue to show them, well, 2 reasons actually. You guys keep buying them still. The value for money when it comes to Tandorio watches is clearly there, and you guys really, really like them. But also because I like to bring to your attention the fact that you probably can't trust these watches near water. So yeah, I mean, it gets some content out there on these watches. So buyer beware. Yeah, I wouldn't go swimming or even wash your hands with this watch on. I might put this one inside a Herman actually. We'll see if this one passes a simple water resistance test. But as you can see, it is a Homage watch. Let me just get that blue sticker off. Now, I have reviewed the IXDAO version of this watch, which you would consider to be the original Homage watch. I've also now got the Proxima, and here is the Tandorio. I might, if I've got time, produce a little mini comparison video between all 3 watches. They all look very, very similar, but I suspect there's quite a few differences between them. This one's come on a silicone strap. I mean, I like silicone straps. They're super soft, super light, super flexible. But as you can see, this one's already started to collect dust and lint. It really doesn't take long, does it? It feels like a substantial watch. It feels, you know, chunky and heavy in the case. Obviously, the strap is very light. Very simple buckle on it. Look, I mean, should I even give you the water resistance level? It's not going to mean much, I don't think. 200 meters of water resistance. Look, let's have a little fiddle with the bezel. Oh, that's not very nice at all. Uneven resistance. There was a high spot there and there. That stiffens up. In fact, that stiffens up a lot. Yeah, now it's loosened off. Look. So yeah, bezel action isn't good at all. Definitely a high spot there. So yeah, the resistance is very uneven. A bit of back play. Look, yeah, I mean, it's a very cheap watch, so I'm not expecting it to feel like San Martin quality. And what about the alignment? Let's have a look. Is that it? Let's go one more. Yeah, it's off, isn't it? It's either slightly to the right or slightly to the left. I'll show you the loom at the end of the video. There might be some loom on the Escapement Time, so I'll show you the loom on both watches if there is loom on both watches. Lots of options with this watch, different straps, different colours, different movements, slight variation in the prices. NH35 inside of this watch, so a good Japanese movement, a Seiko movement, of course. So yeah, no issues with the movements. My issues have only really been with the build quality and the water resistance levels. But if you don't mind a slightly cheaper feeling AliExpress watch and you've got no plans to put this watch anywhere near water, yeah, I think it's a viable option. And it might help if you don't really want to tell the time because the hands are not particularly clear, are they? Black hands against a black background or a black dial. So really you're just looking for the loom. And yeah, the second hand is obscuring. The back of the second hand look is obscuring the minute hand there. The hands don't look to be particularly big either. And that domed crystal, is it double domed? Single domed sapphire crystal, apparently, according to the listing. Oh, my brother's calling. Bear with me. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Rudely interrupted by my brother. Serves me right for not putting my phone on silent. Yeah, I was talking about the crystal, wasn't I? Single domed sapphire crystal. The specifications on Tandorio watches can, on paper, seem quite strong. But yeah, the build quality on this one in particular. The bezel action doesn't feel fantastic. I suspect the loom's not going to be great. And I wouldn't really trust any of their watches now near water. So I think the Proxima and the IX and DAO options for this Homage watch, if you can afford them, would be a more viable option, I think. Well, much better options, let's be honest. I haven't even seen the Proxima, but I can already tell you it'll be a better option than this. But then it's more than twice the price. Right, that's enough for that. Let's have a look at the Escapement Time. Now, Escapement Time don't release many watches each year. They are completely the opposite to San Martin, who pump out new releases constantly. But yeah, Escapement Time, they produce very few new releases each year. But when they do, they are so affordable and they are so popular. I think it's one of those brands on AliExpress that everybody that likes AliExpress watches waits with bated breath for them to release a new watch. And the reason this one really struck a chord with me was firstly the price. $48 for this watch is just unbelievable. It's got the VH31 in it as well, which is a Seiko quartz movement. But as you can see, the second-hand look, ticking 4 times every second. So if you're a watch enthusiast, and I'm expecting you to be if you're watching my channel and watching this video, you like automatic movements and watches, you may not be a fan of quartz. Well, this sort of sits in between in terms of, it's a quartz, don't get me wrong, it's a quartz. There's a battery, there's a quartz movement inside it, but yeah, it doesn't look like a quartz, does it? The way that second hand is moving. And look at the markers around the outside of the dial. I've never seen that before. It looks like there's 12 flat surfaces. I'm not explaining that very well. Sort of flat edges with these markers around the outside of the dial. They don't form a circle, do they? What's a 12-sided shape? Anyone? I'm going to look it up. Hang on. Dodecagon. There's a dodecagon on this dial, look. That's pretty cool. There does look to be some lume on this watch, so yeah, I'll test it at the end of the video. Right, let's run through some of the specifications then. 100 meters of water resistance. It's not sapphire crystal, it's mineral crystal on the face of the watch, which is a shame, but then $48. What can you expect? Let's have a look and see what's on the case back. Nice. Got some specifications there. Look, screw down case back. Is it a screw down crown? It is a screw down crown. Of course, you can't wind it up. It's a quartz. What am I doing? Yeah, one position. Is it one position? Yeah, just one position with the crown. Three-handed movement. Look, yeah, hacking. Obviously no hand wind. Why do I keep doing that? It's instinct, I think. So yeah, let's wind that back up. Some AR coating on this crystal though. Look, cool. Double domed mineral crystal as well. I don't mind a bit of mineral crystal actually. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. So it wouldn't be a problem for me that this watch at $48 has come with mineral crystal. I'm sure those of you that want to could swap that out for a piece of sapphire, but that's not something I would do. Now, the hardware on the strap doesn't match the case. That's a bit of a bugbear for me, that. And again, I guess $48, I can give them a bit of slack on that, I suppose. But yeah, Boltony used to do that, didn't they? And I used to complain about that all the time. You've got a sort of bead blasted finish here and brushing on the hardware, and it looks like a different color as well. It is steel, it's not a titanium case. I'll pop it on the wrist in a minute and put the weight and dimensions in the bottom right hand corner. Decent length to the hands actually. Quite often with really cheap watches on AliExpress, you find that the hands can sometimes be a little bit stubby, but there, the second hand reaches right out, look, as does the hour hand, reaching the numbers, and then you've got the minute hand reaching the chapter ring. So yeah, that's not bad, is it? And the strap feels nice enough actually. Nice enough color, sort of sandy khaki military color look, and yeah, feels like decent quality. I'm not wild about this particular buckle option, but yeah, again, I'm not going to complain for $48. What do you think? Is this going to be as popular as, let's say, their dress watch, which also housed the VH31? And I think this is actually cheaper than their dress watch as well. I don't think it'll be as popular actually, because there are other watches that look very similar to this on AliExpress that are also incredibly affordable, and that dress watch that they made was like nothing else that was available at the time on AliExpress. So I don't think they'll sell massive numbers of this watch, but I do think this and potentially this one will be popular over the next 6 months. Right, let's get this one on the wrist. You know what? I really like it. It feels super light and actually it hugs the wrist pretty well. Despite it being a double pass nylon strap, because it's got that quartz movement inside it, it's not very thick, is it? And if they'd have put some flat crystal on there, it would have been even flatter on my wrist. But yeah, I think it looks really, really good. Oh, $48. I mean, what can you say? Unbelievable, just ridiculous, isn't it? Right, while I wrap it up, I'm going to show you the lume degrading on both of these watches. I don't suspect the lume on either of these watches is going to be particularly strong or long lasting, but anyway, here it is. Guys, as always, a massive thank you from me to you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Don't forget there will be some affiliate links in my video description. No includes paid promotion icon in this video because I bought these watches, but of course I'd love for you to use my links in the upcoming sale, right guys? As always, a massive thank you from me to you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Take care. You'll see me again very, very soon.